You ever wonder why some people just get what they want? They're not smarter than you, not richer, not more talented, but somehow they're always 3 steps ahead. They see opportunities you miss. They make moves you don't understand. And by the time you figure out what happened, they're already gone, sitting at the top while everyone else is still climbing. So what do they know that you don't? Here's the truth. The difference between the weak and the powerful is not strength, money, or talent. It's knowledge. Knowledge of how power actually works. See, most people think success comes from being good, from being kind, from working hard and waiting for someone to notice. And that's exactly why most people never win. Because while you're out here playing fair, there's someone else playing a completely different game. A game with rules you've never been taught. Power begins in the mind. Geniuses understand something most people miss their entire lives. They understand that the world runs on invisible rules, the laws of power. These aren't the rules you learn in textbooks. These are the rules that have controlled human behavior for thousands of years. The rules that separate those who lead from those who follow, those who take from those who give, those who win from those who lose. Most people play fair. Geniuses don't. They play strategically. Now, I'm not saying you should become heartless, but I'm saying this. If you don't understand these laws, someone else will use them on you, and you won't even know it's happening. You'll think it's bad timing, bad luck. But really, you just didn't see the game being played. 500 years ago, Machiavelli cracked the code. He studied how power moves, how people win, how the strong stay strong and the weak stay weak. And he discovered something terrifying. Power isn't random. It follows patterns, laws, and the people who know these laws control everything. Today, I'm breaking down the 8 darkest laws geniuses use to outsmart everyone. These aren't motivational ideas. These are cold, calculated strategies that have been used for centuries by people who refuse to lose. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. Once you know them, everything changes. Watch every second of this video, because missing even one of these laws could be the difference between staying stuck and finally breaking through. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my power. Let's dive in. Law 1. Create value through absence. Let me ask you something. Who do you respect more? The person who's always around, or the person who shows up when it matters? The one who's constantly texting, constantly available, constantly there, or the one who disappears and leaves you wondering? Here's a law most people learn too late. Constant presence kills respect. Think about it. When you're always available, what happens? People stop appreciating you. They stop valuing your time. They start taking you for granted. You become background noise, ordinary, forgettable. But the moment you pull back, everything shifts. Suddenly, people wonder where you went. They start asking questions. They realize what they had when you were around. Your value skyrockets, not because you changed, but because you became scarce. This is how geniuses operate. They understand that availability destroys power. The more present you are, the less significant you become. It's not about being rude or playing games. It's about understanding a fundamental truth. Scarcity creates value. When you're always there, your presence becomes cheap. When you disappear, your presence becomes priceless. Look at the people who command real respect. They're not the ones responding instantly to every message. They're not the ones showing up to everything. They're selective, strategic. They show up when it counts and they vanish when it doesn't. Machiavelli once said, "Make yourself necessary, but never common." Distance makes your presence powerful. When you step back, people start to miss you. They start to realize your worth. And when you return, they pay attention in ways they never did before. What happens when you master this law? People stop treating you like an option. They stop assuming you'll always be there. They start reaching out first. They start valuing your time. They start competing for your attention instead of expecting it. But most people do the opposite. They chase, they overextend. They show up uninvited, call too much, text too often, desperate to stay relevant. And what happens? They become invisible. You don't build power by being everywhere. You build power by being somewhere important. So here's what you need to do. Pull back. Stop being so available. Stop giving your time to people who don't value it. Let them wonder. Let them reach out. Let them realize what they're missing. Disappear to increase your worth. When you're scarce, you're valuable. When you're everywhere, you're nothing. This doesn't mean cut everyone off or become cold. It means protect your presence. Make it count. Show up intentionally, not desperately. Be the person people look forward to seeing, not the person they expect to always be there. The weak are always present. The powerful know when to vanish. Master this law and watch how quickly people's behavior toward you changes. Watch how they start treating you differently. Watch how your value rises simply because you stopped giving it away for free. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My absence creates value. Law 2, make others come to you. Here's something nobody wants to admit. The one who chases loses every single time. You've seen it happen. Someone wants something badly. Attention, approval, a deal, a connection. So what do? They chase, they push, they pursue. And the more they chase, the further away it gets. Meanwhile, there's someone else sitting back, doing nothing, and everything comes to them. Why? Because they understand a simple truth. Power is about control, and control means making others move toward you, not the other way around. When you chase, you hand over your power. You become the one who needs, the one who wants, the one who's desperate. And desperation? That's the opposite of power. But when you position yourself as the prize, everything flips. Suddenly people come to you. They seek you out. They compete for your attention. You're not begging anymore. You're choosing. This is how geniuses play the game. They don't run after opportunities. They create situations where opportunities run after them. Think about the people you've chased in your life. Did they respect you more or less because of it? Now think about the people who chased you. How did that feel? Who had the power in those situations? The answer is obvious. Machiavelli once said, "The one who adapts his policy to the times prospers, but the one who acts without regard to conditions fails."